So Kevin Holland fought last night against Tim Means. It's a fight that he won. He won that fight pretty handily as well. Submitted Tim Means with a Darce choke. Now Kevin's good. Kevin's definitely an elite fighter. Moved down to the welterweight division. He's doing some good work in that weight class right now. But the most important, the most interesting thing about Kevin Holland is the fact that he has something else that he does when he's not fighting, and that's fighting crime. And like, if something happens the first time, you say, okay, it was an accident, or it just shit happens, right? It happens the second time, you say, okay, it's a coincidence. A third time, you raise your eyebrows, like, huh, okay. If it happens a fourth time, you start to ask weird questions. Questions that if you would have asked in the first time it happened, people will look at you like you're crazy. But fourth time in a row, like, you start to ask weird questions like, are we being trolled right now? Like, are we being got? Is this some kind of elaborate joke that maybe we haven't caught on to yet? Like, is this gonna happen every single time Kevin Holland is scheduled to fight? Is this some form of way to promote Kevin Holland before every single fight? All reasonable questions at this point, in my opinion, because Kevin Holland is apparently Batman. Like, we've been saying that as sort of a joke. We said that the first time it happened, the second time it happened, the third time it happened. And now number four is like, what's going on here? Is it that Kevin Holland just, is this truly a coincidence? Like, he keeps running into people committing crime, or just is constantly a help to his community in some way? Is it that he just lives in such a crime infested area that it just keeps happening over and over again? Like, if this keeps happening, how many haven't we heard of is the question. How many more has Kevin done that we haven't even heard of, right? And if this is the case, like, haven't the criminals in Kevin Holland's area already realized that they're living literally right next to Batman, a guy that's out there fighting crime? I don't get it. There's so many freaking questions to ask right here. Like, let's go back to October 5th, 2021, right? UFC's Kevin Holland stops alleged car thief with coffee cup and Habib's scarf hold. All right, this is the first time we heard something like this about Kevin Holland. It says, on Saturday, Kevin Holland saw an anticlimactic end to his UFC Vegas 38 co-headliner against Kyle Dawkins. 2 days later, Trailblazer, aka Big Mouth, was back in action, this time against an alleged car thief. The 28-year-old middleweight appeared on Monday's MMA Hour episode to talk about it. Right here, he says, I didn't really stop him because he got the car and the car was wrecked, he recalled. We caught up to him. We were driving through the neighborhoods. I was driving down the street. Some guy comes zooming out the parking lot. Some guy's running behind him. He's like, yo, he stole my car. So I was like, I've been quarantined for a week. I didn't get to finish my fight. So let's go have a little fun. I bust a U-turn and start going after the guy. He turns close to the same street that my coach is on. So I'm driving down the street. I'm on the phone with my mom, and my mom's like, it's probably a repo. I'm like, Mom, if you see this car, you can tell it's not a repo. I'm like, I'm going to hang up and call the cops. Instead of calling the cops, I call my coach. I'm like, hey, this guy's driving through your neighborhood, and he just stole a car. We cut him off, and we catch him, and he's like, I bet. I run up on him. I go to grab the car, but then he puts it in reverse and drives off, and I'm like, yo, all right, well, I missed that moment. So I go back and get in the car, and then I see a truck. So it turns out it's the guy who got his car jacked with another guy in the truck chasing the suspect down as well. I mean, this is a crazy story. You can go finish reading it, but pretty much, like, Kevin Holland saves the day. Saves the day. Catches a car thief, puts him in a scarf hold, calls the cops show up and arrest the guy. That's the first time we heard of this. First time we heard of an incident like this. And like, we're like, man, that's incredible. That's amazing. Kevin Holland doing some incredible shit. Like, man, how fascinating. And then fast forward again, something even worse happens. This one is March 15th of this year, March 15th, 2022. Ariel Helwani posts on Twitter. A gunman opened fire in a Houston restaurant last night. 40 to 50 people were inside per reports. 3 men immediately took the gunman down, subdued him, and took his gun away. No one was injured. One of those heroes? Kevin Holland, I'm told. He did it again. And there's a legit news story about this. This is not a joke. This literally happened. It's like Kevin Holland, once again, at the right place, at the right time, stops a gunman this time. Nobody injured, nobody hurt. Saves the day. And we're still like, okay, so that's incredible. Second time's a charm, I guess. And it happens again. This time it wasn't like a criminal or anything, but Kevin Holland saves the day again. He saves the day again. Third time. Scared UFC fighter rescues driver from overturned rig. The truck's going to blow up. Apparently, some guy was stuck in his rig. I look over to the right-hand side, and this guy looked like he was trying to get on the freeway pretty quick. I look back straight. I look back to the right-hand side, and he's sliding sideways. I'm like, oh my gosh. I pulled the Regal over. Glad I put the brakes on there. Hopped out, ran over there, jumped on top, ripped the door open, got the guy out. Literally like Batman. Stopped the car, reversed, jumped over, jumped on top of the rig, grabbed the door, ripped it off its hinges, threw it to the side. You see his cape in the background go. You see Kevin Holland's black cape with his Batman mask go as he gives the guy his hand. Take my hand. Come with me if you want to live. Dude grabs Kevin Holland's hand. Kevin yanks him out of the truck and flies away, saves the day. It's like if somebody told you this as a story, you'd be like, bro, you're talking out of your ass. There's no way that happened. But it really freaking did. It really did. And it's like, damn, man. So okay, third time's a charm. We'll just chalk that up to just another coincidence. Number 4 though? Number 4, a 4-time? This one happened just before Kevin's fight, June 18th. Was posted around 2:56 p.m. Kevin Holland might just be a real life Batman. Yeah. For at least the 4th time in recent months, Holland jumped into action to stop crime, according to his manager. While Holland awaited reservations Friday in Austin, Texas, he and his team stopped by a liquor store to grab some waters around 8:30 local time. That's when Holland and team witnesses a foot chase in the distance, according to Hudak. After the man in pursuit shouted something about a stolen item, Holland ran after him, took him down, and retrieved the alleged stolen items, which turned out to be bottles of perfume. Like, what? Like, it's fascinating, you know? It really is. I mean, all jokes aside, do I think this is some kind of hoax? You know, do I think this is some kind of plan thing? You know, like there was a time in YouTube where pranks were really, really big. Some people started off doing actual real pranks, and then everybody figured out that pranking was so valuable and so profitable, and that it gathers a lot of views. And so people started faking pranks. You know, people like FouseyTube started to fake their pranks, and faking pranks just became a thing on YouTube that everyone did. You know, Vitaly was faking pranks. They were all faking pranks, fake pranks all over the place, until it got called out and we all kind of realized, oh shit, they're all faking it. All jokes aside, like, I know I was kind of saying like, oh my God, is Kevin Holland, like, is he faking this? Like, I know he's not. I understand he's not. This is all a coincidence, but it's such a fascinating coincidence to be happening to the same guy, the same UFC fighter, over and over and over again. And it makes you start to wonder, like, man, is this going to just keep happening? Are people around the town are they going to wise up now? Are they going to be like, damn, like, we got a vigilante in town, man? Or is this in some weird way going to put Kevin Holland in danger? You know what I mean? Like, is this gonna make him a target now? It's like, or we got a guy out here that's like playing police. You know, it's like chasing down criminals and arresting them and stopping them. Like, is it gonna make him a target? I don't freaking know. I just thought it was a very, very, very interesting topic to talk about. And maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section what you think this is. Like, do you think this is just a coincidence that just keeps happening to the same guy over and over again? Or do you have a conspiracy theory that you would like to share with me? I am all down for that. But that's it. I'm going to leave it at that. Congratulations to Kevin Holland for his performance yesterday. That was beautiful, sir. That was beautiful. Really beautiful performance. Shocked him with a right hand, sat him down, and choked him out with an anaconda. Just gorgeous work. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Kevin Holland in the octagon again. But that's it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later with a brand new one. As always, stay safe. Peace out. Have a good one, boys.